morning, students. When you are thirsty, you will drink water. From where we are getting water? We are getting water from rain, rivers, lake, ocean, well, etc. Today's topic is based on water. Children, does water have any taste? No, water is not having any taste. Water is having any smell? No, water is not having any smell. What is the color of water? Water is a colorless liquid. Today we are going to learn about floating and sinking. Students, in your daily life, you would have come across some object float in water while others sink. F-L-O-A-T. What is the meaning of float? Float means to move slowly through air or water. Float means to move slowly through air or water. In Tamil it is known as midakkum. Now see, for example, the boat were floating gently down the river. Next example, wood floats in water. Now what is sink? S-I-N-K, sink. Sink means murgum. Sink means to go down or make something go down under the surface of liquid. Example, if you throw a stone into water, it sinks. Whether an object floats or sinks is determined by its density. D-E-N-S-I-T-Y, density. Density in Tamil it is known as adatthi. What is the definition of density? Density is the measure of mass per volume. Density is the measure of mass per volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. Now what is mass? Mass means in Tamil it is known as nirai. M-A-S-S, mass. Mass is the amount of matter or substance that makes up an object. Mass is the amount of matter or substance that makes up an object. It is measured in units called kilograms. The symbol of mass is kg. Volume. V-O-L-U-M-E, volume. Volume in Tamil, it is known as Togudi. What is the definition of volume? Volume is the amount of space that something contains or fills. Volume is the amount of space that something contains or fills. Now what is the SI unit of density? Density is equal to kilogram per cubic meter. Density is equal to kilogram per cubic meter. When an object is immersed in a liquid, immersed na ஒரு பொருளை நம்ம தண்ணில மூழ்க வைக்கும் போது என்ன ஆகும்? When an object is immersed in a liquid, the liquid exerts an upward force on the object. It is known as upthrust. What is the definition of upthrust means? When an object is immersed in a liquid, the liquid exerts an upward force on the object. It is known as upthrust. What is the definition of force? A force is a push or pull on an object. Force is a push or pull upon an object. Now what is another meaning for upthrust? The force with which a liquid or gas pushes up against an object that is floating in it. Upthrust means the force with which a liquid or gas pushes up against an object that is floating in it. What is the other term for upthrust means? It is also known as buoyancy force. Buoyancy. B-U-O-Y-A-N-C-Y. Buoyancy. What happens if you put a coin and an empty water bottle in water? See children, what will happen? The weight of the coin is greater than the upthrust. and so the coin sinks. But it is less on the empty water bottle and so it floats. Students, a fish can control the upthrust on its body so it can float and go beneath the surface of the water. Come on children, let's do some activity. Students, in your book they had mentioned 5 items: apple, scissors, silver fork, marbles, plastic ball. Now we are going to find out whether these items are sinking or floating. Apple. Take water in a bucket and drop apple into the water. Apple is floating or sinking? Very good. Apple is floating. Next I am going to drop the scissors. See what happening? Scissor sank to the bottom. Third item, silver fork. Silver fork. Silver fork also sank to the bottom. Marbles. I am going to drop the marbles in the bucket of water. See students, this is marbles. Now I am going to drop this marble in the bucket of water. Marbles. See what is happening? Marbles sank to the bottom. Plastic ball. I am going to drop the plastic ball in the bucket of water. Plastic ball. Plastic ball floats in water. So among these 5 items, apple and plastic ball are floating. Silver fork, scissor, marbles are sank in water.
Come on students, let's draw the tabular column. Apple, float. Scissors, sink. Silver fork, sink. Marbles, sink. Plastic ball, float.
Come on students, let's do few more activities. I am going to drop iron nail in the bucket of water. See what happens. Iron nail sank to the bottom. I am going to drop this leaf. See what happens. Leaf floats in water. Stone. Stone sank to the bottom. Plastic bowl. See children, this plastic bowl is floating in water. If I am adding some stones in the bowl, see what happens. Again also, the bowl is floating. See children, now if I am dropping this stone directly in the water, what happens? The stone sank to the bottom. So sinking or floating is determined by the upthrust force. Silver plate. Silver plate sank to the bottom. See children, this is aluminium foil waste medicine cover. Aluminium foil is floats in water. See children, I am having 3 varieties of spoon on my hand. See, this is wooden spoon. This spoon is made up of plastic and this is silver spoon. If I am dropping this in the bucket of water, see what happens. Silver spoon sank to the bottom while plastic spoon and wooden spoon floats on the water. Pen cap. Pen cap floats on water. See students, this is needle. Now I am going to drop this needle in the bucket of water. Needle sank to the bottom.
Here is a poem which raises such question. A wooden boat in water will float, but a needle will sink. Why does this happen? Let me think. An iron ship will also float, though it's much heavier than my boat. But a needle, light as a leaf, thin as a pin, will sink right in. Why does this happen? Let me think.
Empty bottle. Empty bottle floats on water. Half-filled bottle. Half-filled bottle is also floating. Bottle with full of water. Bottle with full of water sank to the bottom. Soap. Soap sank to the bottom. Soap case. The soap case is floating on water. If I am keeping the soap on the soap case, see what happens. See what a surprise. Now the soap is floating.
Come on students, let's draw the tabular column. Leaf, float. Stone, sink. Iron nail, sink. Plastic bowl, float. Soap, sink. Needle, sink. Empty bottle, float. Bottle with water, sink. Half-filled bottle, float. Plastic spoon, float. Wooden spoon, float. Silver spoon, sink.
Come on children, let's do this activity. See what happens to the lemon. Pour water into the glass tumbler. Drop the lemon inside the glass tumbler. See what happens? The lemon sank to the bottom. Now I am going to add salt into the bottle. See what happens? See children, now the lemon is floating. The lemon rises to the top of the bottle. After adding salt, what happens to the lemon? Why it is floating? What is the science behind this? Now the density of lemon is less than the density of water, so it is floating. If you are not adding salt means density of lemon is more than water, so it sank to the bottom. See what happens to this egg. I am adding water to the glass tumbler. If I am adding salt into this tumbler, see what happened, children? The density of egg is less, so it's float on water. If the density of the substance is less than water means it will float. If the density of the substance is greater than water means it will sink.
Children, do you know about Dead Sea? Dead Sea is a salt lake in Asia. It lies in the Jordan Rift Valley and its main tributary is the Jordan River. It is called the Dead Sea because there is no life or fish. So the water is so dense and with much salt, it makes everyone float to the heaviest. 1 liter of water contains 300 gram of salt. A person who do not know swimming, even if he falls into the sea, he will not sink. He will float as if he is lying down on the bed. Dead Sea salt is not edible and tastes bitter because of low sodium content and the high presence of other minerals.
Next we are going to learn about solubility of solids in water. Solubility, S-O-L-U-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Solubility means ability to be dissolved. Ability to be dissolved. In Tamil it is known as Karai Thiran. What is the other definition for solubility means? Solubility is a property referring to the ability for a given substance, the solute, to dissolve in a solvent. Solubility is a property referring to the ability for a given substance, the solute, to dissolve in a solvent. What is a solute? Solute is a substance that is being dissolved. Solute is the substance that is being dissolved. Example, sugar, salt. Solvent is the dissolving medium. Example, water. ஒரு பொருள் வந்து நம்ம தண்ணியில கரைஞ்சிச்சுன்னா அது solute. எது அந்த பொருளை கரைக்குதோ அது பேர் வந்து solvent. Now students, some substances completely dissolve in water. We say that these substances are soluble in water. ஒரு பொருள் வந்து தண்ணியில கம்ப்ளீட்டா கரைஞ்சிச்சுன்னா அது வந்து தண்ணியில கரையக்கூடிய பொருட்கள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Other substances do not dissolve in water even after visiting it for a long time. These substances are insoluble in water. Insoluble னா எவ்வளவு கலக்கனாலும் தண்ணியில கரையாத பொருட்கள். For example, if you are preparing lemon juice, if you are adding sugar, sugar will dissolve in the lemon juice. Another example, if your mother is preparing tea, tea is insoluble in milk. So we are separating the tea dust with the help of filter. Come on students, let's do the activity and find whether the given substance is soluble or insoluble in water. Soluble na எதெல்லாம் தண்ணியில கரையும், insoluble na எதெல்லாம் தண்ணியில கரையில அப்படின்னு பார்ப்போம். To do this activity, we need a beaker. So this is a beaker. This is a glass rod. Glass rod is used to mix the substances. Stir, கலக்கிறதுக்கு யூஸ் ஆகும். Pour water into the beaker. Now I am going to add common salt. Salt. உப்பு தண்ணில கரையுமா கரையாதான்னு டெஸ்ட் பண்ண போறோம். So add common salt into the beaker of water. What is the chemical name of salt? Sodium chloride. Mix it well with the help of the glass rod. See children, can you able to see the salt? No. So salt is soluble in water. உப்பு வந்து தண்ணில கரையக்கூடிய பொருள். Next I am going to add sugar in water. See children, this is sugar. Sugar na என்னது? சக்கரை. சக்கரை தண்ணில கரையுமா கரையாதான்னு பார்க்க போறோம். Add sugar into the beaker of water. Mix it well with the help of the glass rod. See children, can you able to see the sugar? No. So sugar is soluble in water. சக்கரை அப்ப தண்ணில கரையும். Third substance we are going to take is chalk powder.
Students, this is chalk piece. The chemical name of chalk piece is calcium carbonate. I am going to crush this chalk piece and make into powder.
See children, this is chalk powder. I am adding this chalk powder in the beaker of water. Mix nicely with the help of the glass rod. நல்லா கலக்கணும். Now see children, chalk powder does not dissolve or does not disappear in water. You see the bottom of the beaker, you can able to see the chalk powder. Chalk powder தண்ணில கரையாம அப்படியே இருக்குது. So it is insoluble in water. அப்ப chalk powderங்கிறது தண்ணில கரையாத பொருள். See students, this is sawdust. Sawdust is marathul. Now we are going to find out whether this sawdust is soluble or insoluble in water. See students, sawdust does not disappear in water. தண்ணில கரையாம அப்படியே இருக்குது. So sawdust is insoluble in water. See student, this is sand. Now I am going to add sand in the beaker of water and we are going to find out whether sand is soluble or insoluble in water. Mix it well with the help of glass rod. See students, whether the sand disappear? No, sand does not disappear in water. So it is insoluble in water. தண்ணில கரையாத பொருள். மணல்.
Come on students, let's draw the tabular column. Salt disappear completely in water. Sugar disappear completely in water. Chalk powder does not disappear. Sand does not disappear. Sawdust does not disappear. Like this, you can try on your own at home.
Today, we learn about sinking, floating, upthrust force, buoyancy force, solubility of substances in water. And also we learn about fish, Dead Sea. Thank you, students.